Welcome, everybody.
Hi.
Hi. Welcome. Nice to see you, June. I see Liz and Pam and Heather and Shelley. Welcome.
Hi, Pam. I see you there.
Thank you for spending this afternoon with us, your Saturday afternoon. We absolutely love seeing your faces. So if you are willing, please turn your cameras on at the bottom of the screen.
I know, give it the first time.
No, I'm not sure exactly, but yes.
And welcome. And also, if you'd like to click on the chat feature, it does work best on the computer. But go ahead and click the chat feature. And of course, my chat feature has disappeared. Let me see if I can find it. There we go. Go ahead and click that chat feature and please let us know where you're from. Oh, June from Mawa. It's drizzly. Yes, it is. And here's Jennifer. Great. So nice to see you all.
Good to be here.
And we
Good to be seen.
Yes. All right, I'm going to go ahead and begin here. Now that everything is in order. Okay. All right. So we've got the chat feature up. It's so nice to see where everybody's from. We've got like Bostonish, from Wisconsin, Virginia. That's the best part about these art parties is people come from all over the country, which I just love. It makes me feel so connected to you all. Right. So I wanted to talk a little bit about the chat feature. The chat feature is where you will see websites being posted during the artist presentation. And you can also let us know what pieces you're loving or things that you're responding to. You can also let us know questions that you have for a particular artist. And we'll be monitoring that during the party and make sure that we get to all of those questions. If we don't get to the questions during the artist presentation, we will go back and ask those questions during the after party. I also want to let you know one technical thing. While this hasn't happened in a long time, the minute we take it out, something happens at the party and we have to disconnect, we will have a new link put on our website at artpartycentral.org. So go ahead and go on over to artpartycentral.org. In case the party gets shut down early, you'll find a new link there and we will continue on. Yeah. So now that we have gotten all that technical stuff out of the way, let's have a big cheers to all being together. Cheers, everyone.
Cheers.
Cheers. Now we're going to go ahead and mute everyone. Don't be offended. It is just Zoom protocol. Okay. And now that I've unmuted myself, we can start the event. For those of you that don't know me, hi, I'm Kathleen Tesnakis, and I am thrilled to be your host today. I have been a sustainable wearable art designer and recycler for the past 25 years. You can find my work online at ekologic, ekologic.com. I am also one of the co-founders of Art Party Central, so I'm thrilled that you're here with us today. I absolutely love being at these parties. It's such a great opportunity to meet new makers in person and find out more about the ones we know and love. I am very lucky today to have Francesca Vitali with me as helping as co-host. So welcome, Francesca. You can find her as admin in the chat. If you need anything, feel free to send her a message. Please make sure to check out Francesca's website at francescavitalipaperjewelry.com. Enough about me. Today, we are joined by a super group of talented artists. There are 6 wonderful artists today. Shana Kroiz from Shana Kroiz Jewelry, Ellen Cohen from Ellen Cohen Design, Crystal Kodada, Jennifer Lippman Bruno from Jennifer Lippman Bruno Design, Jan Lichtenstein from It's by Jan, Danielle Merzada from Merzatta. Let me tell you how this party's going to shake out. Each of the artists will give a presentation, and then if time allows, I will ask them 1 or 2 questions that were previously submitted. At the end of the party, we will raffle off one $50 gift certificate for each artist's website. That's 6 chances to win just for hanging out with us today. You do have to be present to win, so please stick around. We will also give you a special discount code at the end of the party, which will be good for all of the artists' website, as well as my website and Francesca's website at ekologic and francescavitali.jewelry.com. And I'm sure Francesca is already putting that link in the chat for you to see. Okay, at the end of the party, we're going to open up for our after party for a little bit of chatting and get to those unanswered questions. And at that time, we invite you to unmute yourselves and mingle. So let's get to the fun stuff. Our first artist today is Shana Kroiz from Shana Kroiz Jewelry. Shana, take it away.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. I'm super excited to be with you all again. Today, I really am going to focus on color. Color is a big part of my line. All of my pieces are hand carved and or cast or fabricated, and a good part of them I add I used to be an enamelist, and now I'm using powder coating, which is a low fuse type of enamel. So it's a great way for me to get color, and I figured with spring and summer here, it was the perfect time to focus on that. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take everyone on a guided tour of, just switch this around, of my gallery space, because there's so much to see. And I want you just sort of to get an overall breadth of the work. As you can see, the pieces are all very sculptural and dimensional. I'm particularly known for my earrings because they are also sculptural. A lot of them are double-sided, and they're all super, super lightweight. I do a technique called electroforming, which allows me to create these forms so that they're all hollow. So no matter how bold or sculptural the piece might be, they're perfectly wearable and comfortable and easy, easy to have on for hours and hours. And I sort of pride myself on that fact. So we're going to just kind of go through. And as you can see, I've been quite busy during this time. I've made so much work. I have lots of pieces. So there's lots to look at. I do pieces that do not have the enamel. So these are sterling and 18 karat vermeil necklaces, as well as some of the 18 karat vermeil. And then I do have a lot of pieces that are in solid silver and solid 18 karat gold. And as you look on the website, you can see the specifics about the techniques. So I'm just kind of running us through, which there's so much to see. These earrings here are all the double-sided. So this is sort of my signature style earring. There's a front piece and a back piece, and the post just clips right through. And a lot of them are actually reversible. So you get some variety in the earrings. And as you can see, there's also a lot of work done in sterling and different colors. So now I'm going to come back and let me switch this around. There we go. Sorry about my hand. And I'm going to show you, I'm just going to focus on some of the colored pieces. So here I have, this is a newer line that I call this my plainer jewelry, because these are the very, this is one of the first times I've really worked with flat, not sculpted pieces. So they are actually sawed out of flat sheet metal. And then I'm doing this technique of fusing 24 karat gold onto the surface of the enameled. So the color it's really beautiful. You're getting the pop of metallic color. And I also do it with silver. I've just sold out of those. Whoops. Oh, forget that. And though they're flat, they're very sculptural and super lightweight. And I consider these great fun summer pieces because they're super easy to wear. and they're great for gifts. I've done a lot of gifts of these for Mother's Day. They're and it's a great way to add a pop of color to your look. And then I wanted to show you some of the so this is a newer earring that I do. These are called elongated crescent pods. And now these are 3-dimensional, very elegant. And again, the enamel with the 24 karat gold that's fused in place. These are all, like I said, they're so lightweight. You can wear super large earrings and have absolutely no pull at all. Though I have to tell you, I do scale down to quite small sizes, which of course are harder to find. Did we have any questions yet? I don't know how we're doing on time.
Yes, absolutely. I've got some questions. Your forms are so sculptural. Are they easy to wear?
They are so easy to wear. So one of the things that I really pride myself on is everything I really design to fit the body so comfortably. And as I talked to you before, I talked about lightweight. Even a piece like this that is a very large sculptural bracelet. It has a quick hinge in it. Everything I do is really well thought out. Snaps in place, really easy, but yet you get this dimensional qualities in all directions.
Nice.
So my work is super easy to wear. I'm actually going to show you a pair of my double-sided earrings. They're so lightweight, you won't even feel them when you're wearing them. And this is one of my largest styles. And
Yes, one of the comments was, it's totally amazing to have that much size without that much weight.
yes,
Really.
if you look at, can you see my ear? You can see there's literally no pull at all. Like there's no drag at all with the earring this big. And these are big. These are, I think, 2.5 inches long. This pair looks great backwards and forwards. And the double-sided earrings have just, I promise people when you come to my booth, I always say, you can wear these earrings anywhere. I promise you, you will get compliments every time you go out in public in them because people are fascinated by them. And they're really stunning because we're used to thinking that we just see ourselves from the front, but really everyone does see you from all angles. And I think people get very excited about that sculptural element.
Oh my goodness. I can see, I love the way that it comes together. It's really such an amazing concept that you've come up with. So you have so many options here for someone looking for jewelry. I mean, I'm just loving all the bracelets and everything else. Do you actually do private Zoom parties, appointments?
So I'll tell you, and I really, anybody that's interested in my work, because, you know, I really recommend that you schedule a Zoom with me. The pieces are so sculptural and they're so interesting. And I have such a large quantity of work and I do so many different things. So with the private Zooms, we can really, I can try things on for you, show you how they work, show you how, you know, like really give you a sense of what you're interested in. And it's just hard to see it all on the website. So I've been doing them all COVID. They're always fun. And it's actually a great way for us to get to know each other. Because I do believe that when you buy a piece of someone's artwork, it's part of the person that you're wearing their work, and you want to know them and you want to feel that connection. And I think all of us artists like to have that relationship with our clients.
That is so true. And it's amazing. I mean, you can see things. I'm sure I see things when I meet my customers. I love listening to them. Shana, can you tell us a little bit about the necklace you're wearing and then one other piece? And I think that's all the time we'll have, but
yeah. So this is a new piece I just completed. Again, it's all, these are, I call these my arabesques. They're like my little dancer legs, and they're all the powder coated low fuse enamel with 24 karat gold. Again, it's super lightweight. And I love this piece because I feel like it's really animated in a way, the way it sort of moves when you wear it. So it's actually just hot off the bench, and this is why I have it on. It's just completed.
That's the best. When the artists bring the new work to Art Party, we get to see it before anyone else.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Shana. I'm going to give you a little hint. Be prepared for rings at the after party if you have them. Okay, so we'll get back to those at the after party. So that will be next on your list. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, everyone.
Our next artist this afternoon is going to be Ellen Cohen. Ellen, take it away.
Thanks, everyone. This is my first art party. I'm really excited to be here. So thank you. And thanks for everybody who showed up. I do a bunch of different lines of jewelry, and I thought I'd start today just talking about my earthscapes. And I create them by fusing metal together, and I texture that first. So that all my work in this collection is really, really textural. And I call these my power cuffs. So depending on what I do to the metal before I bring it into becoming a piece of jewelry depends on the texture I have. So, and I personally really like mixing. You could see that I'm wearing these cuffs that are very matted with the texture. And I think sometimes seeing it as a whole is a little overwhelming, but breaking it up works really nicely. So I oxidize a lot of my work. You can see that in my earrings here.
Can you hold
And
those up to the camera a little bit closer for us to see, and even your bracelet, because it was
Yeah.
stunning. That one's, oh yes.
so yeah, and I like that contrast. I'm not one to have everything match. So I like to mix it up a little. And I don't know what else to tell you. So this, and these are 3 separate bracelets. Let's see, I'm really bad at this. I'll get better.
Oh no,
Okay,
you're great.
3
A little bit
separate-
higher. A tiny bit lower. I think that's getting there. The cameras.
and they're kind of like the galaxy to me. I feel like they need each other, but they could be purchased separately. And let's see. So
Beautiful. Yeah.
and I do everything. A lot of my work is bold. I'm starting to work a little smaller. And so here are 2 pairs of new earrings. They're not on my website yet, but they're really simple. And they're cupped, and then I've gone and shined up the outside. So hard to see on the camera, but there's a lot of texture on the pure silver, and then the oxidized is pretty smooth with just that edge of silver. What else could I tell you?
What about the necklace that you're wearing? It is so gorgeous. It seems to have all those textures.
Yeah, so this is actually done the same way as the bracelets that I'm wearing. So same thing, different look. So I texture these squares. They go through my rolling mill and texture them, and then I heat them. And when I bring my torch up, the metal follows the heat, and those big squares become little squares. And then I clean the metal and start layering them. I call this balancing act.
Oh,
And
thank you for bringing that up.
so it has a little bit of 18 karat gold, the fused texture, which I've gone in, I brought my torch in to pull this up and add a little interest. These went through my rolling mill, and then this is all hammered. So I use a lot of different methods to get my texture. This is a rolling mill texture, and you can see it doesn't have quite the same depth to it, and this is not oxidized. I feel like when I do oxidize my jewelry, it helps bring out the depth and the texture. And this is a favorite of mine. Let me put on this.
Yes, someone has asked, Ellen, speak about your pendants.
My pendants are made to go on these handmade cables that are made by another artist, and they're pure silver, and they lie really flat. And I like Shana, I like the bold without the weight. And these handmade cables really support the weight of the pieces. They feel pretty soulful on. I don't know how to better describe that. And I make them all so that a lot of my clients will buy a pendant on a cable, and then they'll buy other pendants, and they'll use their existing cables.
Ellen, can you bring a few of those up so close to the camera so we can see some of your beautiful work?
Sure.
Oh,
So guess that light is
Mm.
blowing that out a little. That's an Australian opal, which has a really nice earthy quality to it.
beautiful.
And then this is a simpler pendant. I call this Clouds and Sea.
Ooh, the movement in that is gorgeous.
Yeah. So, and again, you have that kind of matted edge to it that I think really does a nice job framing the texture of the piece.
So Ellen, what is your background?
I started out, I have 2 degrees. My first is in ornamental horticulture, which is basically plants and greenhouses, and thought I wanted to work for the USDA when I was coming out of school. And then I thought, oh my God, I can't stay behind a microscope my whole life. And I went back to school for architectural design and took my first graphics class and fell in love with the free form. And so I have 2 degrees, ornamental horticulture and graphic design, taught at the University of Maryland before I moved to Northern Jersey. And I feel like my bench is where those 2 worlds meet.
Oh, I can see that in the work. You were also going to show us a piece that you just laid on the table. Can you bring that one up and tell us a little bit about that?
Sure. Let me take this off. So this is a raw amethyst, and it's adjustable. It's pretty spectacular. It has some diamonds in there and 18 karat gold. Let's see.
Oh, wow.
So you could see that little bit of, I love that dark streak in there.
Yeah, there's a lot of sparkle, but it's just so rich and earthy at the same time.
Yeah. Oops. Let's see. I could do this. I know I can.
Well, just seeing it against your shirt is really giving us that effect. So what is it most that you like working about with metals?
I love taking something that's flat and plain and forming it or turning it into something really sculptural. I really consider my work to be small scale sculpture that you could wear.
Well, thank you so much,
Thank
Ellen. I'm
you.
so happy to have you here on Art Party, and your work is just lovely.
Oh,
We
thank you.
are going to go on to the next artist, and we'll be back for the after party with questions for you. Our next artist is Crystal Kodada. Take it away, Crystal.
Thank you so much, Kathleen. Hi. Thank you so much, Kathleen. Hi. Thank you so much, everyone, for coming today, and happy Mother's Day weekend. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Crystal Cadada, and I'm a handbag designer. I've been in business for 7 years. I do all my design specifications and drawings all here in my home studio in New Jersey. And then I have all my handbags handcrafted in a small sewing studio in Union City, New Jersey. I went to FIT for accessory designs because I just have a huge passion for purses. I love that you can really wear a purse and it kind of really can just like showcase your individual style without having to really dress up, or you can dress up, dress down. A little bit also too, fun fact, both my parents also went to FIT. They both met and fell in love. My dad was in the production side and my mother was in the fashion side. So really kind of coming together, fashion's in my genes. So I'm really all about empowering and inspiring you through functionality and versatility. And yeah, so I'm all about, also too, when I design all my handbags, the names are all inspired by just emotions and feelings that I really want my customers to feel and kind of embody while they're wearing my purses. So I'm all about just, again, just about you. Like my customers are just really the sole purpose of this brand too, about just really creating that energy through the bags and while they're wearing them. So a little bit, so this is the Invincible Clutch, hence the word invincible, meaning like I really want this bag to make you just like while you're wearing it, that you feel just like a superhero, like you feel unstoppable, that you are just so powerful, and you're a powerful being. And so this is the Invincible Clutch, like made for that, made to make you feel just so like super empowered. So this you can wear, it's a glove, it actually has a patent on it. So you can wear it either hand, right or left. You can also kind of wear it, really just kind of own it and wear it kind of your own way. It's a true statement piece. It's a focal point for sure. Everyone that wears has this bag. A lot of, they say that the customer, I mean, that people come to them, like will stop them, be like, oh my God, where'd you get that bag? It's a real just like conversation energy piece. And then you have your ID under the flap, or you can put a credit card, which pulls, it's definitely contactless. So meaning like you can be out in a store or a place, or like, and you can just like, you know, a lot of them have like touch free, like, so if it's a credit card, you know, you can just kind of like touchless, like, you don't have to take it out. And it's, and then, so yeah, and you have a top zip, so you can put a lot of things on there. It's definitely, so then you have a chain, so you can wear it also as a crossbody. So really have options. So yeah, and then everything, all my bags have like an embossing as well, as you can see. Yeah, so that's that. Then we go for a little bit more of a timeless, simple, like, but classic style, which is the timeless tote. And I love how I do the dips on all of my totes. So it's really, again, all about, I think about for my customers while they're wearing it, like to be comfortable. So like, you know, they can just have that nice like room under their arm. And then it's also kind of a design detail as well. And then you have the top, the front zipper, so you can easily put like your devices. So this goes really deep in, and then it has the back slip pocket as well. And then you can definitely put your laptop in here. So it's definitely a great laptop bag, a great travel bag. Dress it up, dress it down. And then I have in all of my bags too, like these little stud feet, which is really great for just kind of keeping it clean. It's also a cool look as well, but it's, you know, functional. So, and this is the timeless tote, it comes in a lot of different colors. And also too, I have like, you can put your keys, as you can see, on this little ring here, and also light lining, which is a really important detail. So you can easily find everything. Then, my love it for sketch. This is my Limitless Tote. It's like a Mary Poppins bag because it has every, like it's really quite like architectural, but like you can just like take a lot of things out. So, you know, you can like have your tissues and masks and hand sanitizer in this pocket. And then this pocket is great for your lip gloss. So everything is just like at your fingertips, and which is really like intentionally when I designed the, my bags, of just like where the placement is and how it's going to empower your lifestyle. And then also to these little slip pockets that are just like, you know, hidden. As you can kind of see this like ruching detail here. It definitely has like a lot of vintage inspiration. And also, if you see, everything has like lots of layers, has Bombay, so it's just like has a lot of like texture and dimension. And it's actually quite light as well. It's pretty light for a leather bag. And then again, your light lining, you can easily find everything. Then my newest design is the Freedom Back Bag. Again, it's designed the intention, freedom, so that you can just like, the world is like is endless. Like you can just go with this bag and just travel everywhere. And it's really sleek and comfortable. And you can also, you have like your passport here. So it's easily like put your cell phone or your passport, pop it here. And then has like a top handle, so you can also wear it like as a satchel. And then it's nice that the pocket is like hidden to your back. And then when you open it, bam. So you have, you know, your water bottle, or you can also take your sunglass case and put it in this like elastic sleeve here. And then again, another pocket that's padded for your electronic devices. So it's really great for, again, traveling, for just even taking a walk, or really anywhere. This bag is really designed to take you anywhere you need to go in life, but in just being really stylish. And
thank you, Crystal. I was wondering, I heard a little bird tell me that there are some new colors for the Invincible Clutch. We have just a couple of, a minute to address that, if you can, quickly.
Bam. So yes, these are the colors. This is a magenta and a camel color and a turmeric and black. So those colors are coming, and you can kind of see here, this is like the black, this that you can see that you can eventually that I will be putting into production. Because I sold out all the colors.
And that's also, and you can pre-order these on the website. Is that correct?
You can so on my website, there's a messaging section. You can message me and I can coordinate the pre-order.
Okay, excellent. Thank you so much. I love how all of your bags, like you said, are empowering and so well thought out. We will see you at the after party. Thank you, Crystal. Our next artist is going to be Jennifer Lippman Bruno. Welcome, Jennifer.
Hi, everyone. Oop. Am I starting? There I am. Hi. So I am Jennifer from Jennifer Lippman Bruno Design. I have a lot to show you, so I'm going to do a very brief history of how I got to where I am. College, 2 years of studying jewelry, 1 in Philly, 1 in New York at FIT. Then I stayed in New York. I was the design director for a jewelry designer for 5 years. They closed, and then I went to my second love with knitting, and I designed accessories and patterns for hand knitters. Then for the past 3 years, I decided to go back to my true love, which is jewelry, which is where I am today. So when I started, I knew I wanted to do something different. So I started with sterling silver and concrete. So all of these pendants are reversible. They'll either be the same on both sides, or if you see a piece that has a sheet of sterling silver and concrete, when you flip it, it'll be the reverse with a different color concrete. So they act as bowls that hold the concrete. And then let me show you some earrings. I'm going to do it a little differently this time. I'm going to show you with color themes. So all of my earrings, the first question I get are, they're so heavy, it's concrete. No, it's just a tiny little bit of concrete. You're not doing the foundation of your house. Super lightweight. It's lighter than resin. It's lighter than stones. And I also put the post slightly lower so the earrings sit higher, so it's really comfortable on the ear and it lays beautifully. So here I have all different shades of gray, white, and pink, really feminine. And so even just these big ones, this is pretty much as big as it gets. I can wear them all day, every day. I have very dainty, sensitive ears. And I don't make heavy because I'm not going to wear heavy. So I don't expect anyone else to. So if you're not a pink person, I also have some really pretty blues, blue, grays, and whites. And just changing the color totally changes the whole feeling of the earring. Like this, I feel is so much more casual. It's like denim, really fun. Now this little pair, I'm going to show you something special, but this is I love everyone, but these guys are my favorite. Super lightweight, flat, every day, perfect. Now, if you don't want any color and you just want to stick to the neutrals, you can always go with shades of gray. And so here's just really easy, minimal. This guy, for whatever reason, turned out really dark and pretty, only pair. So if you want it, grab it. I'm not being pushy, just being honest. Never again. So unlike the earrings, which I like really teeny and comfortable, my rings, I always go huge. For whatever reason, I love big, bold rings. I feel like your hands are so expressive, and I know I talk a lot with my hands. So I just feel like it's like an excuse just to show something off. So again, there's sterling silver and concrete. And then after a while, I needed some bling. I needed a little sparkle. So why not add some diamonds? So then I started with the sterling silver and concrete. I added some diamonds. This ring it's called the Randomness Ring. You can either get it with 3, 5, or 7 diamonds. And I also like to make my band, I call them like an elevated bubblegum shank with the split band, just to give it a little more of interest. And here's another ring that I love. This is my personal ring that I wear every day. It's really exciting. It's like 2 thick bands of silver with concrete in between, and of course, a little bit of diamond. So I have the silver, the concrete, the diamonds. We're going to up the ante one more time. And we're going to add some gold. So all of these pendants have a gold bezel, 14 karat gold bezel, and it's got the concrete, the diamonds, and the oxidized sterling silver chain. Now, these pendants, not all of them are reversible. No need to, because they'll lie flat, but this style and this style, they definitely dance while you're wearing them. They're going to flip all around. So I have you covered. There's a little diamond on both sides, so you will always look fantastic. And then, remember I said I had my favorite little earring? I turned those also to have the gold, concrete, and diamond. So here you can see all the shapes. There's the square, the offset pear, and the rectangle. And I'm wearing the circles with the diamond. These are, if you're old fashioned like me and actually talk on a phone, if you ever do anything like this, super comfortable. It's not going to hit, it's not going to clunk, it's not going to anything. So those are the earrings. Now, everyone keeps talking about the year of the brooch. Brooch, brooch, brooch. So I decided, I've never shown you guys brooches. I have just a few, but I figured I will join in on the fun and games. So both of these are sterling silver and concrete. They have a double pin back. And I don't know if you can see, I can't take it off. It's going to take too long, but it has a simple hook. You just hook them both in. All of the brooches, I do not recommend on a blouse. A coat, a blazer, a heavy sweater, a shawl, perfect. And I also did something really funky. So this brooch is sterling silver, concrete, and alligator skin. So the skin is a matte white, and it has a silver metallic finish. So it plays with the concrete and the silver. So gorgeous. This is not doing it justice on the Zoom, I have to tell you. And then I also have this one, which is a light gray concrete, and it's a polished alligator skin in the concrete. So those are my brooches.
Yeah, when you turned the angle on that, we could really see the dimension. Do you have a few more new pieces to show us?
And then, yes, I would love to show you. So I don't know how many have you been with the past few parties that I've been on, but I did a 21 earring day challenge. And so I decided to actually turn some of them into a collection. And so I have these really sweet little pendants. These are all sterling silver. This is the only thing that I'm showing you today that is not on the website. So if you're interested, I would love to do a little Zoom and a play date, and we can play. Always can add a little diamond if you want sparkle, if you wanted it in another metal and gold. Options are endless.
Well, those are just so adorable. And I love all of these new pieces. We have a little bit time left. You could show us one more thing if you can.
One more, oh my goodness, so many options. Okay, then I'll just plug these guys.
Right.
Very, very last minute gifts. Well, unless you live in Wisconsin, you're not going to get it. But these bracelets, these are all hand strung beads on silk cord, and you can wear them long as a necklace. You can wear it as a bracelet, and they're just beautiful, colorful, happy. I was very selfish when I did this. I love to bead, and so it was my excuse to do it.
Well, that's how we make all the art, right? We fall in love. I say I fall in love multiple times, and that's how it gets made.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Jennifer.
Thank you.
All those beautiful new pieces you brought to Art Party. They're wonderful.
Thank you.
Our next artist this afternoon is going to be Jan Lichtenstein. Thank you, Jan. Take it away.
Thank you. Hi, I'm Jan Lichtenstein from It's by Jan, and I do fiber and I do glass. So I've been making fiber, basically scarves and wraps and a couple little shirts for probably 6-7 years. And I really got into it because I really want people to love how they look and love themselves while they're wearing something that's beautiful. So that was really my first inspiration. And then my second inspiration was I do a technique called Shibori, and I do mostly Arashi Shibori. And what Arashi Shibori is the lines that you see. So here, let me show you up close some of those lines. So that's all done by wrapping around a PVC pole with string. You soak it and dye it, and that's how you can come up with these beautiful patterns of colors. And then you get a lot of like happy accidents that make just really interesting lines. So I originally started Shibori because I saw a beautiful scarf in Seattle when I was traveling, and it took me 2 years to figure out what it was. But it was gorgeous. And so I finally figured it out. I went ahead and bought some books, bought some videos, and learned how to do it. So one of the things that happened for me when I was first starting to do art fairs is people were like, I love your stuff, but I can't buy any more scarves because they sit in my drawers. I don't know how to wear them. So I invented the scarf magnet. So these are all glass, very sturdy. And you can see there's a magnet on the back. So if you can take your scarf, you can wear it in so many different ways. You can do this, put the little magnet on. I recommend you put it behind your shirt. If you do that, your scarf will stay all day. And that also allow you to have your hands free. You'll be able to talk, carry things. You won't always be like trying to shove your scarf over your shoulder. Let me show you a couple more that are some new colors and styles. So this is one that I call the scarf jacket, because you can actually have a little kind of a lapel on it. You can wear it this way, where it's just like that. But this one's great because you can actually wear it all different ways. So you can put a little magnet on it. And there you have a totally different style. And so I've been doing a lot of coming up with summer colors. So these are more of the summer line. And what's nice about this particular fabric is although it's silk, it is very thin, sheer, still weighty enough to hold the style, but won't get you really hot. And here's a new color for my poncho collection. Oops, sorry. So I just started doing kind of a very minimalistic. There are some other, like there are a few colors throughout this, but it's all in the very neutral colors. Neutral has not always been my first thing to go to, but this makes it very elegant. You can wear this for an evening. You can wear it during the day. You can turn it around. If you want it to stay in one spot, or even put a little pop of color on it, you can have a beautiful, elegant scarf. This one also you could even do it if you want it to be more like just a topper. You could just put a magnet right here. Another newer style for art party is this. It's actually chiffon and I can't think of the name. Oh, chiffon and sorry, I apologize. Cannot think of the name of it, but it has a beautiful look to it because you can see through it, but it's not all 100% seeing through it. I recommend that you always do a little fold. Oops. You have a beautiful look. And you are free to go. The really great thing is any event you go to, once you put your scarf on, your scarf will never move.
Jan, I was wondering, what inspired you to create your latest designs?
Well, it's actually a couple of things. Mostly it's nature. And recently on another art party, somebody said some of my things look like Monet. So I started looking at Monet pictures, and they kind of go, they're a more muted version of some of what I do, as well as but the thing that mostly has inspired me, and even last night I was looking at more pictures of exotic birds. So I try to take a bird and I do I look at all the colors and make a scarf to match it. So as an example, this is from the Exotic Birds collection. So this is a scarf that's a circle. So it has great little ends to it. And So this was actually one bird that had all these different colors. And the really interesting thing is that just recently on Nextdoor, the little app that everybody has, people have been seeing a peacock literally walking through our neighborhood. So that one also inspired me. It's like, oh, look at that, another exotic bird.
Now, can customers actually request their own combinations? Do you do custom orders like that?
I absolutely do. You can pick any colors, any tone of colors you would like. I do all the dyeing and everything I do actually in my own home. And you can pick all of the, like you can say, okay, I like blues and greens. I like blues, purple and greens. I want pink and white. So you can pick the fabric you would like, the type of fabric, the drape you would like. And we can go over all of that on a Zoom.
Oh, that's fantastic. Thank you so much, Jan. I look forward to seeing you again at the after party where people can ask questions. So if people have questions out there, start writing them down or pop them in the chat to admin. Our next artist is Danielle Merzada. Take it away, Danielle.
Hi, everybody. My name is Danielle Merzada. Thanks for the intro, Kathleen. My husband and I worked together to build a line of organic jewelry, and I have lots of inspiration here and then lots of finished pieces to show you. In general, what we do is start with some kind of found object in nature that is a little bit curious in some way, maybe not an acorn, something that you're super familiar with, but
Oops, you're muted, hun.
oh, sorry.
There you go. That's all right.
This sweet gum slice here is actually the beginning of my earring. So I take a form like this and then take a jewelry saw the same way you might saw into a sheet of metal or sheet of wax. I saw into an organic material and then cast those textures into bronze, sterling, or gold. Typically, the first casting is sterling. It flows really nicely, but then we can work on these copies and make molds of those to build larger shapes out of individual units. These 3 rings and the earring I just showed you are all made out of the same beginning. So you can see how this whole pattern there, I hope you can see, is a shaved and carved version of that. Does that make sense? A little bit?
Yeah, we can see them beautifully, yes.
Awesome. This texture and this sort of like organic crusty work is a little bit of like the heart of our, the brand of our work, of how we have kind of built a language of forms to move all over the body, from a stud earring to a big earring to a drop earring to a necklace, showing those different textures, the same textures in different ways on the body. So this is one of my favorite earrings. It has a really nice profile when it's just like waiting for you, kind of like when Crystal's bags are like waiting for you on a wall for you to like take and wear. I like to think that we have a similar thing, like the jewelry is like pretty when you're not wearing it too. So that's it. This is the sweet gum tier earring in an oxidized sterling. Much of my core collection is available in 3 materials. And so you'll see a finish that looks like this, that's sterling silver, unedited. It's just bright, highly polished. We use something called a magnetic finisher, and it literally throws like little tiny bits of steel all over this, almost like a rock tumbler, to do this cool polish. And then another color you see is this. Let me know if you can see the gold tone coming through it all. This is a black rhodium plated bronze. So it's a 2-tone bronze where the color coming through is a lot warmer than sometimes when you see an oxidized sterling. The Art First Circuit has a lot of oxidized sterling, which was this finish. It's kind of like a blue, dark gray, white, but this one is a little more gold. My left wrist always looks like this. These are our walking bangles. And so because I've always got gold on, I tend to choose a bronze piece as the complement. This one is a warm bronze slice. So this is the sweet gum slice post earring in bronze.
Oh, it's beautiful because the warmth of the bronze just comes through. It's very subtle but elegant.
Thanks. It's a little bit of a differentiator because it's a little bit of a pain to do, but it is one of my very favorite colors. This is a piece of palm bark cast in bronze. So the bark from a palm tree cast in bronze, this like big lightweight earring. This call happens to have an awesome number of jewelers who have really cool options in large lightweight. So if that's a thing for you, this group of artists is pretty cool. for that. Typically with my work, when I make bigger things, they end up heavy because they're solid metal. There's not, there's not a epoxy in them or something lightweight. And I, I often end up dealing with how do I make something large and also functional on the ear in terms of size. One of the ways we've answered that is by taking some of our core details, like this top here is the same casting piece as this, just edited to be able to have all these other bits fabricated to it. And then this is mica, so sheets of a rock called mica attached. It's a great earring if you want a lot. Really fun.
I
Also,
love how it's picking up the colors of your shirt too. You can see it's reflecting.
the light is also very like stormy, rainy in northern. You got a lot of northern New Jersey on this call too. So it's not really this translucent blue, but it's actually more green. Maybe that's better. Anyway, so that's sort of one of the ways we might take one of my core collection details and this collection online. When you start to see through our site, you'll see things that are in sweet gum. So if you look for this, you'll see lots of different things made out of this that are readily available anytime. They don't have stones. They're something that we can make for you whenever you're ready for it. And then there are other things that take some of those same details, like this earring that I showed you. Oops, sorry. This one. This is sea fan coral. And take that core shape, but then we internally refer to it as stone core, and it's like our core collection, but with stones. And so it's something that we might be able to make this format anytime you're ready. There's somebody on the call who is looking for a deerhorn cedar pair of earrings. So this cedar branch with a particular stone in it. And so we'll hunt for the right stone for her before we build a pair of earrings out of that. This is another example of a way we've moved a cool stone into our core collection. So this is a grass earring. Actually, these are in the milestones section of our website. So when something is a one-of-a-kind stone that isn't something we can make for you again, it's just this is what we've got, and we hope that you like it well and get it while you can. This is a piece of grass cast in sterling with an ombre from a bright sterling to an oxidized. This is 14 karat gold over rose cut sapphire. And then this is a little piece of that cedar branch, like that, attached to the bottom. As a focus there, Kathleen.
Oh,
Okay.
the focus is great. And that is such an elegant earring. I mean, so how long is it? Where does it, thank you.
Online, you'll see this one in milestones in that section there, and it will show you. I have a tear on both ears, so things don't look as nice on me as they will on you, I promise.
We would never know. Oh, oh yeah. That's just.
So that's the concept of it on.
Mm-hmm.
But when you're custom ordering something, the price is going to be the same if you even cut a half inch off. Like the material value of that half inch doesn't change this earring particularly. But you can imagine how this could be done that length, that length, that length, or even longer. If it gets longer, we add a piece of gold to run through the back so that it's a little bit stronger. But it's a pretty nice, simple earring, especially with your hair down. It almost like blends in, but really can pop too.
It's lovely. Do you have a favorite piece in the collection right now?
That's such a good question. I was about to show you kind of the craziest piece in the collection, so we could call that a favorite in its own way. These are, I think they might be called garden peacock or something online. This is also in the milestones collection. The photo online is particularly terrible.
Oh, wow.
A really awesome combination of opals, sapphires, a couple diamonds, and then those are big aquamarines at the bottom. They're totally lightweight, 18 karat gold builds. This is the stem of a peony flower here, and then we've taken the branch and split it in 3 to be able to build settings into it. It's a complicated, intense build. It takes forever before we even make a decision about what are we building when we're using
love
value.
as you held it up, just the light of the stones and everything just really came alive. Thank you so much, Danielle. Your work is always stunning, and I love seeing how it progresses and the addition of the peony stems. And I can't wait to see more. Thank you very much. And can you believe it? We have gone through our 6 artists today, but to stick around, we are going to be doing some other fun things like raffles. So thank you to all the artists for sharing their stories, showing us their incredible work. And we want to thank you as well. Before we draw the raffle prizes, we want to let you know how much we appreciate you. You are the reason that we make our work in the first place. And having you show up today and being a part of these parties brings us inspiration and it fills up our creative pools. So thank you. We are loving having this platform to connect with you and cannot wait to see it grow with your help. Your follows and likes and shares on our social media mean the world to us, so please keep it up. And don't forget to invite your friends and family and tell them how much fun you had today. So now let's celebrate and choose the winners of the $50 gift certificate. We're going to choose one winner for each website randomly from everyone that is still in the party. And we encourage everyone now to go ahead and unmute yourself so we can all cheer for the winners together. It's definitely a lot more fun that way. And Francesca is going to announce the winners today.
Hello, everybody. Hopefully I'm not mispronouncing your name. If I do, I'm really sorry. Blame it on my pronunciation.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh,
so-
can we wait for 1 minute? I just want to remind everyone, if you are one of the lucky winners today, we need you to post your name and email address in the chat so we can email you your gift certificate after the event. And this is especially true if your Zoom name is different from the name that you RSVP'd with. So sorry for interrupting, Francesca, but please take it away.
Okay, I was gonna say that, especially because I have a name that probably is not the correct name. So the first one for Shana Kroiz jewelry is Kat Jameson. So Kat, congratulations.
Thank you.
Hey,
Oh, congratulations.
Jameson. Excellent.
Then the next one for Cohen Design is Nina 41422021. So this is the one that probably will have to, congratulations Nina, but you probably have to
Congratulations.
give us your email. And next one for Crystal Kodada is Ilari Piretetti. Did I say it too Italian?
Can you say that one again?
Yay, thank you.
Oh, you good.
Did I say it
Yeah.
right?
Patetti.
Peretti, okay.
Yeah, thank you.
And now for Jennifer Lippman Bruno Design, we have Liz Iverson or Iverson.
Oh, yay. Thank you.
Congratulations, Liz.
Thank you.
Yeah, yes. And then for It's by Jen, we have Linda Cohen.
Linda
Yay.
Cohen.
Good job.
Congratulations.
And for Danielle Merzada, we have Luna Suo.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Luna.
Hey, congratulations, everybody.
Yeah, and congratulations. And because we want each one of you to feel like you have won something, you all will receive a coupon code for 10% off of all Six Makers websites, as well as my website and Francesca's website. The coupon will be good today through May 14th. So head over to the websites and do some retail therapy for some great gifts. The coupon for today's art party is Art 5 Party 8. I think Francesca's putting that in the chat for you so you can see it. You'll also get a follow-up email that will have this code and the links to everyone's website on today's party. So we have one day of parties next week on Thursday, and it happens to be an all jewelry party. And that Thursday's lineup is Lisa Jane Grant Designs, Suzanne Schwartz Jewelry, Vella Mode, Francesca, who is here with us today. She will be there as an artist, Francesca Vitali Paper Jewelry, Natural Sir, and Megan Patrice Riley. So please RSV at artparty.org and join us on Thursday. I want to give I want to thank Francesca again for helping me co-host today. You may not have seen her, but she was in the background making sure everything ran smoothly. And you can go to her website at francescavitalipaperjewelry.com. I think I can speak for all the artists by saying you rock. We miss seeing you all in person, but this has been such a great way to stay connected. We know you are all busy, so for those of you that would like to stay and hang out and ask questions, we invite you to unmute yourselves and let's chat. And with that said, any of you that have to go, we thank you so much for spending the afternoon with us. And with that said, we're going to stay on for just a few extra minutes to answer any lingering questions. Francesca, did we miss anything in the chat today?
You know, there was June wanted to see some rings from Shana.
Yes, that's right. That is on the list.
Yeah.
Shana, let's get you spotlit here.
Let me find the.
Oh, great.
Here you are.
And
Wow.
if anyone has any questions in the audience, I will ask again after Shana shows us the rings.
There goes one. Anyway, so all of my rings, like the rest of my work, they're all really sculptural, and a lot of each one is slightly different. So I might have a design that's similar, but then I will do things like, for instance, this one I do plain, but then I do the same version I can do with added sapphires. And if you look at all of my rings are interesting all the way around. And most of them are on the website, not everyone. Again, that's why the Zoom parties are so good. It's really hard for me. I work so much, it's hard to get everything on the website, but I do try. This is a real favorite. It's my cross finger ring. I do it in all the different enamel colors, the white and gold, black and gold, turquoise. It's really fun. It's very popular. This is a special one of a kind one. It's oxidized silver. The bead is 18 karat gold with red sapphires. And I've done it with platinum and diamonds, so I can customize them for you, as well as I do a lot of, do a lot of just custom rings in general. So if you ever have a stone or something and you want to have a ring designed, I do that a lot. This is one of my favorite. It's the large swirl, but this one's set with green diamonds, 18 karat gold. And again, very interesting all the way around. And I think, I mean, I can keep going. Like another favorite is this, just so you can see how sculptural my piece is. This is Sarah's tail. And everything that I'm showing you with gold, I also do in solid sterling silver. So, you know, there's a huge range, and I try to have something available for sort of everyone, every price point.
Thank you, Shana. That is just lovely. And I want to find out if there are any other questions out there. Anyone like to speak up? And
you know, there was another question about for Crystal about the bottom of a bag. If the pattern of a bag that she showed, if that was a pattern for the bag, for the tote.
I'm sorry, Francesca, can you kind of repeat that again? I couldn't really
Yeah,
hear.
sorry, I just because you were talking and I was trying to write down the message, but it says the pattern at the bottom of the tote, if it's something about that. So if you can show us the pattern. Maybe?
The pattern on the bottom of the tote.
Yes, that's a puzzle.
and if that person can, you know, sort of expound on that, please jump in here so we can answer your question effectively.
And then I had another question, which actually was mine for Danielle. If you like to mix and match the different materials when you're wearing different, like, you know, the bronze with the silver, or you rather have all one material?
Yeah. So can we go ahead and let Crystal Kodada do the bottom of the bag, and then we'll go to Danielle next.
Okay. Yes. So for the tote bag, this is the timeless tote, and so you can see, so the bottom of the bag, this panel here has the two has these two studs feet, and then also has the embossing on the bottom. If that helps, it's like a panel here. You can see it's separate panel. And yeah.
Yeah, and then that embossing is your logo, right? It's
Yeah.
your signature.
Yes, correct. Yes.
So pretty. Looks like a piece of art.
Yes, not like in your face. Like it's just, yeah.
Thank you. Danielle, did you want to go ahead and answer Francesca's question? Oops. I got you in mid-project. I think Francesca had asked something like, do you like mixing the materials when you wear like the different
Oh yeah, I'm a big mixer of all things at all times.
Yeah. That's great. Yeah, I think mixing it up is so beautiful. I loved how you have the different parts of the different colors and the different materials in your work. Is just really
I mean, I wouldn't mix in this way.
No right and left mixing.
Lots of people do. And actually there is a coupon code in our website called Just One that will have it that you will cut the price of a pair of earrings in half, and I'll send you just one.
Oh, that's neat.
So it's a little hidden.
Everything capital letters. I want to put it on the chat. It's everything capital letters, or just one? Like, I just wanted to put it on the chat.
Sure, just one.
Yeah, just one. That is great. Did you have another piece you wanted to show, Danielle?
One of the things I have a little bit of a reputation for are these diamond lace necklaces. And there's somebody on the call that's waiting for something a little bit like that, but just so that you can see, I'm gonna put white behind this. That's okay. Can you see, and let me know if this scale comes through on Zoom at all. But this is a slab of diamond. It's a diamond that wouldn't grade well in a traditional cut. That's sliced with a laser and then hand faceted on the edges.
Wow.
This is the simplest thing I make in terms of its presentation. It's actually really complicated to make, which sounds weird on something that looks like that, but it's a really lovely piece. And so if you're ever feeling like your look needs like a little bit of brightness up against like some of the cool art jewelry you're wearing, this is like a great everyday art jewelry solid gold and diamond thing that it just might be fun to watch.
Oh, it's lovely. Thank you, Danielle. And Crystal, I wanted to come back to you and ask you, is there another piece that you would like to show? I know the bottom of the bag was lovely, but I want to give you another chance to show one of your favorite pieces or give us a little information about something you did show us.
Yeah, actually, I never got a chance to show you the runway, which can be worn 3 different ways. I only have 2 of them left. I can't believe it. I've sold out of all like the colors and everything. So I wanted to give you the opportunity. So yeah, it can be worn 3 ways. So it can be worn as a crossbody, or you can then take this strap off like this, and then it becomes just like your nice traditional, wristlets. And then you can then take this clasp here and then put it on the other side, and it's a short shoulder. And so yeah, and it's all again all that functionality. So you can have your cell phone here, and then I actually put in a little Kindle just to show you that you can fit like in terms of like the amount that you the size wise you can fit things. And then it has like the back of the pocket here as well, and has this kind of nice little iconic curved spot. Yeah.
It's just lovely. And that looks great with your outfit today.
Yes, I intentionally, yes.
That's the way we think. Oh, wonderful. For our next artist, I actually wanted to ask Ellen a question, and let's see if I can replace that spot. Oh, Ellen, there you are. I can see you now. I was hoping that you could show us a few more pieces. Ellen, I feel like we'd love to see some things close up if you can hold them up. And yeah.
So this is my Seagrass Cuff. And it's done with wire that I have milled for me, and it is then oxidized, and then I bring up the shine of the silver in the front. One of the things I like about this process is it casts really beautifully, and so that's a favorite. And then just plain old hoop earring that everybody loves a hoop.
Well, and that certainly isn't plain. It's lovely. I can see all the fun textures in that.
Yeah, so really comfortable to wear. And I love my statement rings. So this one's new, right off. So that's an opal. That's all faceted with 18 karat bimetal and sterling silver on there. And then it's oxidized so that the gold stands out a little bit more.
That's just lovely. And how about those earrings? I see those. I know you showed us the hoops, but it seems like there's the little ones next to it.
Yeah. So these are actually my small and extra small studs.
Beautiful.
And I put them together here. So these are the extra small and these are my small, and they're combined. I'm sold out on those right now, but if you wanted to, you could DM me and I'll get them to you. And then these are not on my website, but they're also a nice stud with a little bit of dimension to them.
And it's not a stone in the middle of them?
Nope, it's just the way the texture shows up. So when I fuse, I texture my metal and then the air gets between the layers and I get these beautiful bubbles. Like you could see that there's some bubbles in there and they become part of the texture. So they are happy accidents. And then this is a favorite. This is a newer texture of mine. I call it, and it's an interpretation, but I call this my pine branch bark. And so same way I do this, but instead of overlapping on angles, they're laid where the lines are straight. And I just love that. I love the look of a bangle. I personally really I love the look of a cuff, but I personally like wearing bangles.
Well,
So.
I was going to say the one that you had, because you have one very smooth in the middle that.
Yeah, that I'm wearing here. And this is my geographical cuff that looks like it's been bangle that looks like it's been dug up from the earth. And then I have that matted in between.
Yeah. So lovely stacked like that. Thank you so much, Ellen. Does anyone in the audience actually have a question for us? Because if you do, just go ahead and unmute and shout it out. Love to have you participate if you feel like it.
I saw a question in the chat. Can I answer it?
Yeah, Pam was asking Danielle about her St. Vincent.
Really quick. When my husband and I began working together, we had just come off of a big architecture project in St. Vincent in the Grenadines. And that project was sort of the foundation of our working together. And then as we invented a life here post that project, we started working with sea fan coral and the pine cones that I've shared with you. And their volcano on the nearby island, St. Vincent, erupted in April. And so we have a few pieces. If you go to Merzatta.com right now, the first thing is telling you about our new work and how I really want you to get excited about that and go for it. And then the next pieces are fundraiser we have going to send provisions to the families that we know and their communities that they're in during 2 major packs of island stuff. So this is a piece that if you happen to love, it's the very first piece of jewelry we made in the Merzatta collection. It's 100% fundraiser right now for St. Vincent, and we'll carry that just through the next couple days. Tomorrow, we're doing a huge shopping. Monday, we do a huge shop and all the donated things to send water bottles and food and all sleeping mats. And then we'll do our second pack. Our first pack was 2,700 pounds of provisions, and we'll do one more on Tuesday. So if you're interested in that kind of stuff, GoFundMe has a lot of details, and this is one of the pieces in that collection.
Oh, I'm so glad you shared that. Thank you, Danielle. And I mean, it's amazing how artists are connected so deeply to communities all across the country and internationally. And so awesome to know that you're doing that and being a part of that. Thank you. So my next question is for Jan It's by Jan. And Jan, I wanted to ask you, like, what other uses do those scarf magnets have?
Well, we can, people have used them, men have used them for lapel pins. We have quite a few customers that do that. People can use them just on like your shirt. That, you know, like as just a decoration on your shirt, as well as a customer of mine said, oh, you know what I do is I just actually put the magnet around my chain and wear it as a necklace. So there's quite a few different ways you can use it, you know, and of course you can always wear it as a brooch.
Oh, that's great. Is there anything
And,
else you'd like to show us?
Yes, well, there's two things actually that I'd love to show. Someone earlier in the chat had talked about the pink, and I think they were talking about this one. And this is organza, and it is a rectangle scarf. But the nice thing about organza, because it is stiff, oops, it's attached twice here on this thing. Because it is stiff, you can do quite a few things. So one of the great things you can do with organza is do like a little fold. And then when you're wearing it, I'm just gonna put it right over this one, do the timing. You have a nice already made, and then it's really high around your neck, so it's very dramatic. You don't have to wear it dramatically, but you can. And then the other thing I wanted to show you was really the magnets. So these are a brand new, literally just came out of the kiln pieces. And what I love about these is that there is it's called dichroic glass, and the dichroic glass is actually on both sides. It's underneath and on top, which gives it just a lovely, very deep kind of design. We also have it in a beautiful, this one's one of my favorites. Of course, I love purple and blues and some pinks, and this would actually go great with this particular scarf.
Oh, that's
So,
lovely.
Thank you.
Thank you. And I also have a question for Jennifer. I have to say, Jennifer Lippman Bruno, that I have been impressed with all these new pieces that you showed today. I'm like, I need a little preview of those pieces again.
For the necklaces, the little pendants,
Well, it was
or the
also
brooches.
well, I love the brooches and the earrings.
I threw a lot out at you.
Yeah, you did, but that was awesome.
So these are the sterling silver pendants. This is the only thing not on the website. Just if this is what you're interested in, I would love to do a Zoom. I've done many, it's really fun. Was it this that you were?
No, it was actually the new drop earrings. I loved the little earrings, and it doesn't matter which one you show me, even those brooches again, so we can see I was particularly fond of these.
I'll do two things at once.
Yay.
But the earrings are, this is what I wear all the time, because this is actually lighter weight than the studs that I have. Like these cute little things. These are actually lighter weight.
Wow.
It's amazing.
I love them both, because I mean, there's just the ones on your left just make me feel like pebbles, you know.
This
Yeah.
left?
Yeah,
I still can't tell from here. Yeah.
That's all right. I was guessing anyway.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
this
they're
is all fun, really fun.
color is so subtle. It's really gorgeous.
Yes,
So is
everything.
there's the cube in the gray, and then almost the teardrop, the raindrop. Is that a pink in the earring?
So this is a shade of blue and a pink and the white. And then I have a shade of gray.
Wow.
So, and every time I do it, I hand dye everything. It always comes out different. So it's very organic.
It just like that beautiful charcoal one that wanted
Yeah, it just came out that one came out really, really, really dark. So, but so pretty. Really.
Oh, that's amazing. Well, I'm so surprised. Audience hasn't come in and like wanted to ask questions. I think we make them a little shy, but I do want to thank everyone for coming and joining us today. If we don't have any more questions, Francesca, do you have one more question for anybody?
No,
And
I think we have answered all the questions.
we
here.
got it. Okay. Well, I would just want to thank all of you for being here today. Thank you so much. We hope to see you again, and we will be in touch. You will receive an email with everyone's websites. So we hope to see you again, and thank you for joining us. Have a great afternoon, everybody.